episode 5.
Woo!
Blame it on the bogey. I can't believe we've made it this far. And people listen. Apparently, Blame It on the Bogey is ranked 152 on the Australian iTunes charts.
Is it really?
It is. Down 23 spots.
Down 23 spots.
Yes. So I guess there were 23 new podcasts that got launched
And
over the
they're ahead of us
weekend. Now
already.
they're ahead of us, yeah. But
Absolute rubbish.
the 22nd ranked Australian golf-related podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
It's about how many points I average in Stableford. So
That's not bad. I'm not mad about that.
Okay.
For 5 episodes.
Yeah. So thanks to everyone. All 7 of you. Well, I mean, we started the show the same way last week, but Aaron, congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. Another competition between us that I won.
Yeah. Bombs away. How many did you need to win?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
3.
What a display of ball striking we put on.
That was horrible.
That was a
I
disgrace.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd waste... If I was you, I don't know if I'd waste my time putting that video together because it was
I think
not
I
ideal.
still think it's funny. Like, like
I mean, I hit a flop shot with a 3-wood.
Yeah.
So that in itself is
Yeah.
probably worth it.
The key takeaway from that is, like, if you're going to have any kind of competition, probably don't put it at 6:30 a.m. when it's 0 degrees
Yeah, it was
and not
warm.
have any practice swings.
yeah.
That
Or,
might...
on the flip side, if you are going to do that, have a moving target.
Well, that did seem to help Aaron.
I was actually pretty happy that first one got over. But yes.
So, Dan, you have an idea for challenge number 3?
Yeah, well, I guess the backstory, I've recently discovered I can execute a flop shot.
Okay.
So I feel like
Uncle
I need...
Floppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've named myself Uncle Floppy, a.k.a. Gravel Rash. Shout out, Mum and Dad.
Oh, man.
And like, I think it's a challenge I might actually win. Like, because like
yeah.
James, you definitely can't pull off a flop shot.
Well, he did
Haven't-
today with his 3-wood.
Yeah. Well, if he used a 3-wood,
I mean, last time I was
Just tee it up.
Last time I tried a flop shot with a lob wedge, I thinned it like 130.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
I haven't seen Aaron execute a flop shot, so I think it's basically a 2-horse race. So I really want to win something.
Yep.
So this could be it.
Yep.
So,
I know-
So
Yeah.
what have you thought of the rules?
it's going to be something like we got to flop it over something, and I don't know. Maybe we put an obstacle
Over a
in-
bunker?
We put like a height, something with
height.
a bit of height. So maybe we're hitting over a golf bag, and then it's closer to the pin from that. But you have to
Or
execute
do we
the flop. Or
make
something.
it like high jump so the obstacle gets progressively
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And we actually don't need to be necessarily.
No,
Oh,
we
if
could
it's
do it on a-
not close to the pin. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
but we
do
could
that.
do it on a practice green or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
sure that'd be fun.
I think I'll go all right with that. Like, I'm happy with that. So.
Okay.
How many? So it's just like how many shots?
I guess you get 3 failures.
Yeah, 3 failures like high jump.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know the rules of high jump.
Yeah.
I never failed.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Never been a good high jumper.
No, I said I never failed. Like I was good.
Oh,
I had the
okay.
long legs.
I never attempted it, so
Oh, dear. All right. The flop challenge.
Yeah. Uncle Floppy's coming for you.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, let's start with you this week, Bindi.
what a time.
How is your game progressing?
Yeah. Much of a muchness. Still horrendous in comps. Although I did play a social round with Daniel the other day, and he was openly impressed with how much better my ball striking's gotten. So 3-wood made it back in the bag.
Okay.
Driver
Breaking news. Jeez.
is never going back
Yeah.
in the bag. I'll probably sell my driver tonight.
So watch out, Gumtree,
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace, Cobra Speed Zone.
But yeah, it's just getting like not being able to hit my driver has actually become like annoying, and it actually makes me hate golf. So I feel like if I get rid of it and I just worry about, because when I hit irons well, like I really enjoy playing around. It doesn't really matter what I score, but if I'm hitting the ball well, like it's a good time. But just openly slicing my driver across 3 fairways makes me want to give up. So
Does it annoy you that you can't figure out, like, so you know why you do that, but you can't figure out how to fix it?
yeah. Well, I know why I do it. I don't know what I need to do to fix it, but I can't figure that out mid swing.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a bit of a mental hurdle mid swing, and I seem to resort to trying to smoke the ball.
Do you have any thoughts on this, Dan?
I might have some thoughts. My first thought is like, how much have you practiced?
Not much.
And my second thought is, who's guiding this journey, this driver journey of yours?
Me.
Yeah. And here lies the problem.
No.
Because because I've been watching you swing driver now for, well, I don't know, like a year. And like, you know, what's that saying? Like, what's the definition of insanity? When you keep trying to do the same thing and you keep getting the same result.
Yeah.
Jimbo, in my opinion, has changed nothing in his driver swing, and then just goes, what am I doing? Why am I slicing it? Like,
No, but I know why I'm slicing it.
Yeah,
I can't close the face.
yeah.
So
But like,
Okay.
you haven't really tried anything
no.
to fix it.
Nah, but I've been spending all my energy trying to adjust my iron swing, which I think you'd all agree has gotten much better when I don't underclub.
Yeah.
Underclubbing's the next issue we'll come to. But yeah, like I think because everyone else kind of here is like recognise we have issues and has actually like made attempts to change those issues. Like I still slice the ball off the tee, but like my swing has changed 400 times because I try and change it every day.
Yeah.
Jimbo's is the same.
The driver swing is,
Yeah,
I'll agree with
exactly
that.
the same.
Yeah. But I just don't, I don't really enjoy hitting it. Like I don't get that much length benefit out of it.
Would you enjoy it if you got like 220 meters?
No, because like 3 wood goes further than that, and if I hit the 4 iron properly, it goes 210. So it's like risk versus reward's not there for me to figure the driver out yet. Because this is what I was sort of saying off air, I think in the office the other day, was that golf's one of the only sports where you're trying to generate the same skill but in like 4 or 5 different ways. So like basketball, like a jump shot's a jump shot, but in golf, for me it's different because my irons are all the same lengths. So I've got iron swing, wedge swing, driver swing, 3 wood, hybrid. Like there's so much difference. So I think just pulling driver out of the bag for a while and really getting everything else right and then going back to driver is probably the play. Because I'll agree, I'm not that good of a golf coach that I can teach myself more than one thing at a time.
Breaking news.
Okay. Aaron?
Yeah, what have I played? I've played a few rounds. I played comp the other week, and got 34 points, 33 points, then Sunday 34.
Not bad.
And then I was actually rubbish on Tuesday and got 30. And I don't know how that happened, to be quite honest. But yeah, I think it's frustrating because I know that I can hit my driver well, like this morning off the 18th. Like,
Yeah,
I know
nice
that I
little
can
fade
hit it
around
well.
the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bomb.
And last Thursday, I was hitting sort of on the 14th, 15th. I would hit straight down the middle of the fairway, and to just having like a pitch in to the green. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit better. I think I'm getting more consistent. I know when I'm getting tired and I'm trying to swing it too hard, and I'm not bringing my hands aren't in front of the club. Which causes me to slice. But I have been practicing my putting.
Ooh.
My putting and my short game, because my putting was rubbish. I think I had a different stance, different grip every time I went to putt. And you guys know my putting was shit, like, let's be honest. It's still not great.
Better than Dan's.
Still not great, but it is getting better, and my swing's a lot more consistent than what it was. And that's, if I can get a 2-putt with a swing that feels the same each time, I'm pretty happy with that. So
Well, I mean, if you can 2-putt every hole, then
that's like
yeah.
easily on Tuesday, it would have easily been 9 shots.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. And chipping too. Like if you, on those fringes, I know a lot of, especially amateur golfers, find that little chip shot really scary. But if you can put it close, somewhere within 3 feet, then again, you're probably saving yourself 10 strokes a hole because you've effectively turned that into a 1-putt. Or if you count the chip as a putt, you're 2-putting from the fringe rather than chipping on and then having to 2 or 3 putt on the green. So
Yeah, exactly. I got my first 5-pointer
oh
the other day. I got a birdie
yeah,
on the 7th at Ioane.
you get 2 shots on that hole. Is that right?
Yep.
Love that.
At the moment, I do.
5-pointer. That's big time.
Yeah, so my handicap has gone down.
What's it at now?
22.2. So I've gone down 0.6, I think,
Okay,
from 2 weeks ago.
I like that.
I like that. I
Dan,
like it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a similar story. I had I think it was, I don't know, a week ago or something like that. And I finished with 34 points or something like that. But I did that with 42 putts. and that was
that's no good
and I chipped in on one of the holes. So
Yep.
really it was 42
with a chip in.
Yeah, with a chip in. So 42 putts over 17 holes and managed to get 34 points.
So you had a wipe, is what you're saying?
I think I had one wipe.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
yeah. 42. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you had a wipe and a chip in.
Yeah, the chip in was for bogey.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the wipe was. I think it was because I 3-putted
yeah.
I 4-putted a hole.
Yeah.
It was really bad. So it got to the point I booked in, had another lesson, and just went straight putting.
Shout out, Dave.
Yeah, shout out
Shout out,
Dave.
Dave.
So that was only kind of 4 or 5 days ago. Hasn't paid dividends yet, obviously. I still suck at putting. But I feel like if I can start making putts, I'm going to go low soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been saying that.
I was
for
going
a
to say,
while.
you have
Yeah.
been saying that for a while.
Well, that's because I just
But-
can't put it together. Like that 30 whatever it was round. I shot 57 on my first 9, which is the back 9, and then came home with a 47. Like, how do you hit 10 shots differently over 10 holes, 9 holes? Like, it's just
Play better.
garb. And I didn't even play that well. As I said, 42 putts. Like, what is that? Like 42 putts.
It's a lot of. That's a lot of
2.5
putts.
average, like just under 2.5 putts a hole.
And the 4-putt, like what?
Quick.
Yeah,
four
I did.
putts?
I do.
It's-
I
it's
4-putt.
2.47.
I 4-putt the 17th
Yeah.
the other
Putts
day when
per hole.
I choked. It was glorious.
Yeah, so it was just no good. So if I can get my putting sorted out, like I've been saying it, but I actually feel like my iron striking's in a good spot right now.
Yeah, I'll second that. You've been puring your irons. Yeah.
I was pushing them right for a bit. I seem to have fixed that. So like things it just needs to come together, and I'm back.
You're
Is-
back.
is-
Yeah, I'm back.
Where are we? April. June,
We
July.
are-
Or is 3 months enough?
Yeah, I think my strategy at this point, I just need that one round that reduces all your scores by
Yeah, you need
two,
like a 42
whatever
pointer.
it is, and then
Yeah,
I
I
yeah.
think that's my 43. That's
then I'll
come
be
off
good to
soon.
go, and that'll
Yeah.
bring me down. Well, 2, obviously, because that's how it works.
Yeah. I've changed a couple of things. So I spoke about having the strongest grip that anyone's ever had.
Strongest in the world, yeah.
Yeah. I've stopped doing that because I realized that I had the ball entirely too far back in my stance, which meant I had to take a strong grip to close the face in time. So I have started subscribing to the theory that helped make Ben Hogan and Greg Norman very successful, and Jack Nicklaus very successful golfers, which is place the ball in the same spot in your stance, no matter what club you're using. In terms of it, so it's just off the heel of your left foot if you're a right-handed golfer, or your right foot if you're a left-handed golfer, and then adjust your back foot accordingly. So obviously a shorter stance, slightly more open for a wedge, and then a much longer stance for a driver with a more closed stance to help promote a draw rather than a cut. So that's change number 1. And then change number 2 is a weaker grip, so a more neutral grip. So which has actually allowed me to swing much harder than without trying, but it's allowed me to swing a lot harder than with the really strong underhanded grip. because it's allowed me to get that trail arm through for some extra power. So those are the two big adjustments I've made. The last couple of rounds have been pretty good. So I had a 34-pointer, which was turned into a 37-pointer because of the playing conditions.
I think that's bullshit. The
Yeah.
thing
On a
about
beautiful
women's one
sunny
never
day.
changes.
There's not enough players for them to get
So, okay.
There's cores on the ground. Don't worry, you'll
All
get
right.
through those.
So I'll explain what happened. Jimbo was also the benefit of this, but unfortunately he scored 18 points or 20 points. So
23.
yeah, so
whatever it was.
whatever it
not
was,
great.
yeah. So we played on I think it was a Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday,
Monday.
Monday comp, and there was about 40 people in the field, and it was a sunny day. It was a little bit windy, but it wasn't raining. It wasn't particularly harsh conditions. But only 2 players in the entire field scored above 36 points. So I think both of them had 39. I came 5th or 4th with 34 points. So
And I didn't come last with 23.
yeah. So the way it works is that it's not done at the clubhouse. It's done through Golf Australia, and it takes into account the number of players. So the percentage of players in the field who score above 36 points, and if it thinks that is especially low, it adjusts the playing conditions. So the playing conditions were +3. So suck
flawed
it.
system.
I think that's horseshit.
Yeah, it's garbage.
I've never had that happen.
Yeah, me either.
But I think what we really would like to know is take us on a journey, Liam. Of,
Is this speaking of putters?
Yeah, I just think,
Yeah, speaking of
we're
bad
talking
putting.
about putting, and you tell the listeners about what you had booked in for last weekend.
Putter fitting.
The putter fitting.
Yeah.
Putter fitting for shout out Doug.
Yeah.
Shout out Drum and Golf Fishwick.
With Doug, was the putter fitting with Doug?
The putter fitting was with Doug.
Okay.
With our man Doug.
And then
How is the new putter?
yeah, take us on a journey. Tell us about your new putter.
Did you putt well today?
So what happened is I went
Here we go.
into Drummond Golf for what I
Fishwick.
thought was a putter fitting.
Wait, hang on. Before we go on, can we just do a bit of a shout out? They just won for the second year in a row. Best Drummond Golf.
Yeah, shout out
retailer.
Drummond Golf.
Well done.
And preface this story by saying this is not this is entirely my fault. Like, this isn't a slight on Drummond Golf. In fact, Doug is especially good at his job given the outcome of this story.
First of all, though, like take us back 2 weeks, I think it was. What was the big news that you revealed online?
2 weeks ago, I had purchased a half set of tailor-made P790s from a listener.
Shout out Captain America.
Shout out Captain America.
Yep.
And I had placed the order for the remaining irons.
Love that. And you thought, I need a putter to go with my new irons.
Well, I just thought, I'll
The
go.
bag looks new. Why would
I'll go in and I'll see if the putter I'm using is right for me. And if it's not, then at least I know.
Love
I can
that.
make a decision.
So you pull up Drummond Fishwick. You get out of the car, open the door.
Well, I was actually dropped off by my partner.
Okay.
Kat.
Okay,
Shout out
perfect.
Kat.
You walk up the stairs. You walk to the right. I'm assuming you start walking up and down the putter aisle.
I was just kind of wandering around. Then I saw another listener, Michael Cassidy.
Shout out
Shouts,
Cass,
shouts Cass. He was there, had just had an iron fitting, was talking to his pro, which wasn't Doug.
Okay.
Anyway, Doug comes up. He's like, doing an iron fitting. I was like, oh, all right. Guess we're doing an iron fitting.
Did you say to Doug, no, I'm
No,
here for a
maybe the
putter
putter
fitting?
No, I just kind of went with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So went through the whole.
Doug, you twisted my arm.
Yeah, whatever. When in Rome, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Do what the professional tells you to do.
He must have seen your crinkled shirt, mate.
Yeah. Well, so rolled up, did the iron fitting, and turns out the P790's not for me.
Why aren't they for you?
Well, he handed me a Shrixon ZX5, and basically from the moment I swung the club,
Love at first sight.
loved it.
Yeah.
Middle of the club face. So I was carrying the 7-iron about 175 meters, which is ludicrously long.
You should have probably tried hitting it instead.
Yeah.
Rather than carrying it.
Yeah. Good one. Yep. Yeah, if I can remember which button that was for, I'd do. But so not only that, so carried 175 meters, but then would stop. So spin rate really good. I also discovered that I have a ludicrously fast swing speed. So I was clocked at about 96, 97 miles an hour with the 7-iron, which is silly. But besides the point. So then you get all the data. I basically hit every fucking club in the shop. We get to it and he goes, all right, well, these are your top ones. And it was very clear to me that the Strixons were elite. So in terms of ball flight, straight, launch angle was really good, spin rate perfect. They were long, and usually when you go for usually when you're hitting long, your spin rate is down, but my spin rate was basically where you want to be. So yeah, put down the $300 deposit to get the new irons.
What did you get? Like what range?
4 to attack wedge.
Okay.
No, 5 to attack wedge. So I'm going to keep the P794 iron in my bag.
So is that like a gap sand pitch and
Nah, so it's a pitching so it's a 45 degree and a 50 degree. And then I have a 54 and a 60 already.
you're going to keep them in the bag even though they're not new?
Yeah. I like my 60 degree wedge is probably my favourite club.
Well, I think you'll probably go into Drummond at some point. You'll need a new glove and you'll probably get some new wedges then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so
Or
when
walk out with a new driver.
When are you going in for the new putter?
Yeah, unclear.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably a touchy subject at home.
Nah, not really.
Or
Nah, Kat
feel
was
like if
there.
she was
Kat
there-
was there for the last bit and she was pretty supportive, so
Did you
Was
say
she
you've
like,
had to
this
putt
doesn't look like-
that on hold?
Oh my.
dear.
Did you,
This podcast is getting derailed.
did she at any stage think, "Hey babe, I'm not a fan of golf and I clearly do not like your golf talk, but I don't feel like this is a putter fitting."
that's a weird putting stroke. Did she ever say like, "Ooh,
She's got no
you're not,
idea.
You're not rolling it great with those putters"?
Yeah. Like I thought
She-
that it was meant to go along the ground, not 175 meters.
Got to get it on the green
Yeah.
to putt.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
There was some other news though, like when you're at this this putter fitting,
Yep.
you spoke to them about your high spin rate with the driver.
Yeah.
And what was the feedback they gave you?
New shaft.
Well, let's just I don't know. We've still got the footage of me telling him he needs a new shaft previously, but
Oh yeah,
yeah.
sorry, I didn't remember
Yeah.
that.
what about that? Oh, Jacko, right again.
I mean, but the
Call Floppy.
yeah, Uncle Floppy's right. But the thing is, I went to Drummond to get that driver. I got fitted. That's the one they gave me. Now I appreciate my swing has improved, and clearly I am swinging a lot harder than I was. When did we take up golf? March, April.
So what is it? What do you have? What's the?
It's a stiff flex shaft, but so I need extra stiff flex with my irons, because
Maybe to get it to extra stiff, why don't you just check out that Golf OnlyFans account we were talking about?
yeah. Where
We can talk later if we want to leave that in or not. I can see Jimbo like that one.
Yeah.
though.
He's dead. Jimbo's dead, mate.
this is anyway. It is what it is at this point. I've got to wait 3 months because
Yeah, I'm not happy about
the
this.
Strixons are
Drummond's-
very
No, but
popular
get it
at the
together.
moment.
To be fair, like they might come early. I was definitely told. Like actually, now I don't want to get your hopes up, but I was told.
Look,
that mine
I know
would
that
be
you
about
were
4
told,
weeks.
and
4 to 6 weeks.
and
They
I
told
got them
me-
in 2.
Dan was told.
Yeah, they told
the
me
same
12
thing.
weeks might come in 10 days.
Yeah. So I guess the other thing that makes similar to Dan, the other thing that makes mine set is a little bit hard to order, is they're not standard, so they're a quarter of an inch over standard length, and the lie angle is a little bit flatter than a normal golf club to give me some extra length, because I am a
Mine
little
was
bit
3/4 extra length.
yeah, because I am a little bit wild with the contact on the face. And I think maybe that's because I'd swing too hard. I don't know. Doug was happy with my swing though, so
So did they say to you, like, we already have, like, why aren't you better?
yeah. That phrase I think verbatim was uttered. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no beating around the bush. Doug is quite an honest person.
But
He'll tell you if
honestly,
he thinks it's rubbish or not.
he did a great job.
Well, yeah, you bought a set of irons when you went in for a putter fitting. Like,
I just wanna
employee
s-
of the year.
It's
He
unclear.
saw you
it's-
coming a mile away.
It's unclear whether because I have a book, so it's unclear whether it was written down in the putter fitting book or the iron fitting book. I don't know.
See that Simpsons episode where, like, Homer's a pigeon walking around with the money in his hand? You know, have you seen that one? He's walking around the carnival.
Yep.
That was you. You're the sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I'd just like to say, on behalf of Kelsey and I, you're all welcome because I believe that we started with Doug.
You did. Yeah.
I'm actually not sure Doug fit me.
I didn't. Yeah, Doug didn't fit me for the driver.
I think it was someone else in there, but I have chatted with Doug since going back in.
All right. You're all welcome anyway.
As with Dave, I haven't used Doug.
Yeah, well, not surprising.
Mm.
And here we are. Maybe if you had have used Dave and Doug, maybe you wouldn't be last.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think I probably would be.
Positive talk. Love that.
Yeah. But
I have a question.
what do you got?
What does everyone think about my score?
Oh,
Yeah, shout out Ioane.
yeah.
well
Big
done.
time.
I'm a big fan personally. I wasn't. I don't love the old school having to write it down. Lazy.
Yeah. Right on parchment.
Chisel it in.
Yeah.
The other thing that used to annoy me is you'd have to work out based off the index how many shots you got on each hole. So you like your handicap, and then you look at the index and go, yeah, I get one shot here, I get two shots here. Like, appreciate for some people that's an easy process. For me, it was just annoying. Now
Not
on
easy.
my app,
Yeah, good.
bang,
Yeah.
tells
well
me
done.
how many points I get for each hole.
Yep. Shout out Ioane. Very big fan of that.
Yeah, and I also like the booking system. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
we used to have to ring up.
Yeah, welcome to 2020, Ioane.
Yeah, now we can just
2021.
Yeah, it is 2021, Dan. Now we can just book online, which is
It's good. Needs
is
to be able to
great.
book carts, but hey, baby steps.
yep.
That is stupid. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have another thing I want to discuss, and it's off the back of what we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. Golf's dress code nonsense. So my phone's just died, but there was
Love
a golf journalist.
Andy.
Yeah. And she is a member at a club and was on the driving range, so not even on the course, wearing, just your standard workout attire, t-shirt, pair of tights. Her partner was wearing a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. And after about 5 minutes on the range, they got kicked off.
Can I just say, from the photo, they were tidy. Like, that wasn't holes
Yeah.
in them. That was, like, appropriate clothing.
Knocks her away.
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
T-shirt.
Yeah. And
Nice
so,
shorts.
and I guess the key thing too is that she acknowledged, like, if I'm trying to play 18 holes or 9 holes, this is not,
Yeah.
it's not
neither
really
wear.
the appropriate attire.
Why not?
For that course, just not. But they're on the range. They're on the driving range.
I just don't
They're
see how it
practicing.
affects anybody else's time there, so it shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
I think they just have standards. However, generally it's not stipulated that it's dress rules apply to the driving range. Because if it did, like, I go to Ioane after work and I have my work shorts on, I'll normally put a hoodie on just to get rid of a fluoro polo, but
Yeah.
and then I'll go to the putting green and practice chipping. But I mean, obviously, there's no dress code that I'm aware of for the.
Well, there is, actually. There's a sign saying dress code applies for the practice area.
Does it?
So technically, you're
Oh.
not supposed to. Like, they don't care at Ioane because they're not.
Well, I
that
have the
ancient.
appropriate
Yeah.
shoes. They look like polo. I have a polo shirt. It's just fluoro, but the hoodie, yeah, no good.
Yeah,
But
but
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's no rules about you can't wear hoodie at Ioane. that
yeah,
I'm
I don't
aware
think so.
of.
I've worn a hoodie heaps
Yeah.
of times, yeah.
So you're also 12 foot, so I don't think that didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But yeah, as you say, like they weren't sloppy. It wasn't like, and it wasn't like, you know, she was wearing, you know, what an Instagram
Activewear.
influencer might wear to the coffee shop. She was, in my view, entirely appropriate attire for
I think it was appropriate. I think
practice
where is it? Here or
in the States.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, it says a
whereabouts?
lot, doesn't it?
Do you know what
I don't.
state?
I'm not. She
That
was.
probably says a bit.
Yeah, she was pretty. So all she said was that she's been a member there for 20 years as well.
Yeah, that's rubbish.
But she was careful not to name the course.
I feel like they know. You know who you are.
Yeah.
They know.
No,
You-
I
you're
feel
listening.
like that's silly. I just think that's quite outrageous, actually.
But again, like it's another barrier for someone. So she's got quite a significant following. So if there's a young person who's like, well, I can't play golf wearing that, what's the point?
I can't practice.
Yeah.
I mean, how often, like, if you leave work, pretend you don't have a golf simulator at work. But, like, if you go to the driving range, like,
I'm not wearing a
going-
polo
I was
shirt.
gonna say, I'm not
Never.
going home to get changed
No.
or taking a change of clothes.
But
because
most
it's
of the time,
convenient.
I wouldn't even have my golf shoes with me unless I've got them in the car. I've left them in the car or whatever.
It's the same discussion we're having about like golf wanting to have a uniform, which is why they have the dress code or whatever. But how many times do you train in the uniform that you play in?
Never.
Like never.
Yeah.
So I don't see why it would be an issue. But
One time I forgot my shorts and I had to train in my chino shorts from work.
I've forgot my shoes for basketball training before and had to train in like Converse All Stars.
There you go.
Wasn't ideal.
yeah, I've trained
Didn't get
barefoot
kicked off the court.
a few times.
Nah, it's my court, king of the court, baby.
I forgot my appropriate sports bra and had
Ooh.
to be taped down.
Oh.
Roger.
Okay.
Yep.
That, yeah. Is that like to prevent injury?
Yep.
Yeah.
And comfort.
Yeah.
Uncomfortableness.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Obviously, you're perplexed. We can talk.
You
about
look like
it
you
later.
have something to say, Dan.
Yeah, I'll probably take that
We'll talk
offline. I
about
think.
it. We'll talk about it later. We'll table it.
Table it.
Table it.
Talk about it later. Oh,
Okay,
dear.
cheers.
So, another question.
Yep.
Next Monday, we're all playing for the. Actually, this is the first time we've played
For a long time.
comp together in ages.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
So, is it going to be part of the Masters or not?
Ooh, interesting because I actually
Or am I
got
kicked
out
off
of your
again?
group because Dale's playing as well. So I didn't want to leave him by himself. So now we play at the same time, but we're off the 10th. You guys are off the 1st.
Such a dick move.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we
Oh, but you didn't
literally
Well, I guess
banged
it's not
on
part of the
about it.
Masters then.
Yeah.
You didn't really bring that to the table, mate. That was just
Go
a
fuck
selfish
yourself.
It happened
decision.
today.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually the opposite of selfish. Like,
Well,
Selfless. Some
I don't-
might say.
not expected from me, but yeah, well, Dale was keen, so I thought
I hope you put 3 balls in the water on the 11th
I probably will.
for your birthday.
Yeah, on my birthday.
Well, delete reference.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I
not
mean,
going
it's
to
still
be.
good.
Like,
We
I'm
just-
sure we'll
no.
get.
It's
We,
still-
can't,
yeah.
we definitely can't be.
Yeah,
We
well,
all have to play in the group.
It can be hard to film in the
yeah,
in the middle.
but it's
of
going to
a
be hard to
comp
film in the
too.
middle of comp anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Could be done.
I feel like we need to pick a day.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Masters, like I think we had a little chat. Do we talk about Hideki winning? I think a good challenge would be we have to try and replicate the Hideki pause at the top of the swing.
Yeah, his swing.
because I don't think I could hit the ball doing that.
Yeah.
I think I could.
yeah.
it's not good for your tempo.
My tempo's slow.
Imagine if you did it and you just started striping
Yeah, all of a
balls.
sudden I'm a
Yeah,
professional
you're
golfer
Tiger
now.
Woods.
You better believe
Yeah.
I'd be getting that on Instagram. Tagging the shit out of it.
But it is a he's, but like everyone's been really captivated with that. One, with his swing. Two, how young he is to win at the Masters, and then obviously 3, being a Japanese winner. I was reading the other day that there's been an explosion in young Japanese golfers, but then also because he's a Strixon sponsored athlete, there's been a huge spike in sales for.
Relevant? You tell me. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying, huge
Are you
spike
going
in.
to start pausing at the top of your swing now,
I'm
mate?
not. No,
Maybe.
no, I am not. But it's really fascinating how something like that, the media takes hold of it, and then you see a real change in, so Shrixon's probably a non-traditional powerhouse in golf. Does that change now because he's a Masters champ? In the same way that when Tiger captivated the world using Nike clubs, who were frowned upon because they weren't seen as a traditional maker of clubs, going back to our argument about golf being rooted in tradition, you saw a huge spike in people wanting Nike clubs purely because Tiger had them.
Do you call a Masters winner the master? Like, does he? Oh, he's a master.
A master of the Masters?
Yeah, like is he just Master Matsuyama now? Is that a thing? Like,
I don't think so.
I don't think it is. Good question. I
Should
feel like
be.
it's a good question.
I feel like that should be a thing.
I think
Master
that you will.
Matsuyama.
I mean, you've already got your Strixons, so I feel like there will be a surge because he's won with them, yeah. So
Yeah. But, I mean, that didn't factor into my decision. I actually read about that after the fact. But,
We believe you.
yeah, I mean, what you believe what you want to believe. But I just think it's really interesting. And I guess, so DJ last year, TaylorMade is a very popular brand of golf clubs.
shout out TaylorMade.
Shout out TaylorMade. But,
Shout out Cobra.
does the sheer fact that DJ win it at the Masters, does that move the needle in terms of their sales? I don't know.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same when Bryson was playing well, like One Links.
Cobra,
went
One
through
Links.
the roof.
Yeah. Yeah.
I read somewhere that One Links only make up 5% of their sales.
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't they only quite recent?
Yeah, I
last
think they're
couple
that
of years?
popular.
Well, they're not recent.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
Bobby Jones,
Oh,
who
Bobby Jones.
actually
Rain Man over here.
actually designed Augusta, and is still the only golfer to win at the time all 4 majors.
Ooh.
So if in a calendar year, so 1930, he won the British Amateur, the British Open, the US Amateur, and the US Open. Refused to turn professional, but he won using one-length irons. Yeah.
Is that like in tennis when you win all the majors and have the Olympic gold and it's called a golden slam? Is that like something?
Yeah, so he's the only player to win, they call it the Grand Slam, he's the
That's
only
boring, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the only player to do that. The only other player to hold all 4 major titles is Tiger, but they call his a Tiger Slam because he won
Earthing.
He won the US Open, the British Open, and the PGA Championship in 1 year, and then won the Masters as the first major in the following year.
Yeah, right.
So I think that was 2000, 2001. He did that, or 2001, 2002.
I don't know if he deserves his own name for it.
So so there's two people who've held all 4 titles at the same time, but only one has done it in a calendar year.
Okay.
Yeah. And Bobby Jones was a physicist, I believe, or he might
Shout
have
out
been.
science.
Yeah, he might have been an engineer. It was either a physicist or an engineer, but so he was kind of renowned for grinding his own clubs, and yeah. What are you giving me that face for?
No reason. It's just my face I was born with. What was his name? Bobby Jones.
Bobby Jones. Yeah. Very famous.
Yeah, I mean.
He became a lawyer, I think, in the end.
He was a lawyer by profession.
There you go. Yeah.
Shout out Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just full of these.
He also
tidbits.
so he was a player that my grandpa used to talk about a lot because he was the ultimate amateur. Never got paid a cent to play golf. But he famously cost himself a US Open. It was either US Open or a British Open for calling a two-stroke penalty on himself. So ball was in some rough. He grounded his club and the ball moved marginally, like tiny little move. Called the rules official over, said I grounded the club, ball moved. He ended up losing by a stroke.
Oh, it's devastating.
And his playing partner was like, it didn't move. Like, what are you doing? Didn't move. He's like, no, grounded the club, can't do it. 2-stroke penalty on myself.
Question.
Yeah.
How many times in a comp at Ioane have you had the club behind the ball and it's moved?
Yeah, a few.
all the time. I feel like maybe not, obviously not all the
And
time.
when I put it on the tee,
yeah. I feel like that happens to me all the time, and I'm just waiting for the time for someone
to go.
Sorry, mate, that moved.
Two strokes.
Yeah, all right, mate. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I've got that massive advantage from the half a millimetre the ball just rolled.
and it actually fell further into the rough.
Yeah, it actually is now in the hole.
It's going to happen at some point, and that's going to be like you'll see a proper Dan Jackson meltdown when that happens.
Is that going to be a
there'll be
club
a fight,
over club
there'll be
over
a fight
knee?
on the golf course. So I'll just be like,
Can
you.
Will you just walk straight up to Dave and be like, Dave, had a fight on the golf course. I'll see you at tribunal.
Yeah, is that a golf tribunal? There should be, shouldn't there?
Did you guys see that fight that was doing the rounds on social media the other day? And the guy pulled the flag out
Yeah,
and just
love
started.
that.
Oh, the two big boppers.
Just started.
And then
whipping
his
him,
girlfriend
yeah.
brings the putter out just in case he needs another club.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually thought I was with you guys when I heard that story. So there was a competition down in Belvoir Park at a course I play in down at Victoria.
Child's course, I think that one is.
That I've scored under 90, which
that
Jacko has never done. And
Shout out Wix.
yeah, shout out Wix. And yeah, they were saying how there was a guy who were talking about like hissy fits, just sort of losing it. And they were saying that there was a guy that 3-putt, cracked it, put his putter into the green, like through like nose of the putter into the green. Stabbed the green, then like ripped the putter out and then walked up to the clubhouse and said, yep, I just cracked the shits on the 9th hole.
Messed up
put
your
my,
green.
Yeah, put my putter intentionally into the green, and they're like, no worries, mate, see you at tribunal.
Oh,
That was it.
He ended up getting, I think he was suspended for like
3 matches?
a month or something. Yeah, so I think
3
he-
matches.
3 matches.
They're all
early
week for
guilty
us.
plea
3 days,
suspended for a month. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did he have to do any groundskeeping work to make up for
I
it?
didn't ask. I was like, why would you do that? I get why you would do that.
Did he at
but
least
why
fix
would you
his
do that?
divot?
Yeah, I was thinking that. Did he fix his divot he made?
All right. I wasn't there. I didn't
Yeah.
ask more questions. He just,
Okay.
I'm talking about the tribunal.
So last
Roger.
podcast we talked about worst holes. Does anyone have? So it can be. So Aaron's already like that's a pretty good dummy spit story. But does anyone have a story about either them spitting the dummy or someone in their group spitting the dummy in an epic way?
I definitely cracked the shits on Sunday.
Yeah.
Remember when we were playing at the par 3 course in Townsville and Cam Crombie like javelined one of the golf clubs?
Cam Crombie,
Shout out Cam Crombie.
aka
Paralympian.
Paralympic
Yeah.
javelin
Yeah.
and shot
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
thrower. That's his sport.
World
Yeah.
champ.
World champ. Yep.
Yeah.
World record holder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He javelin.
Javelin the
Javelin the golf club.
Yeah.
It went
That's
quite
impressive.
a distance.
Yeah.
In aggression or just to show off?
Aggression.
In aggression, yeah.
Definitely
Like,
aggression.
because he was hitting pretty well.
Yeah, he was hitting them
Hey
pretty
guys,
well.
look
and
how
he's
far I
just
can throw this sandwich.
like, it's just like, oh, and we all turn around and be like, ooh,
Oh.
Yeah.
flew.
I have one. This is a junior golf story. So a guy used to
I
play
like
with-
your junior golf
Yeah,
stories, though. There seem
yeah.
to be a couple.
Yeah. Well, because when you're a kid, like, so I was like a golf rat. I just kind of, like, yeah, I like gym rat. You've heard of that? term?
Yeah.
So dad would take, like, during the school holidays, it was like free babysitting, right? Like, take me to the golf course, and there was half a dozen pros who knew who I was. So dad was pretty comfortable just leaving me there all day. But a guy I used to play with, who I believe is still a member at Ioane. I won't say his name because he'd probably be upset about me sharing this story, but I can't even remember what.
Sure, he's listening.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, people at
Yeah.
Ioane, listen. I've
Yeah.
had a few people talk to me.
I can't remember what hole it was on, but I remember it was a competition, midweek competition. It was just him and me in the group, so we weren't playing with anyone else. And he was having a stinker of a day. And I remember his dad used to call him Mount Krakatoa
Ooh.
because he had like it would bubble for a while, and then he had a really explosive temper. And he was having a really bad day. And you know how when you might work with someone and you can tell they're just having a really bad day, and you might throw a couple of like a little bit of banter at them, and it's not well received. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, I just
I'll let
can't.
it go.
Yeah, I
Yep.
just can't talk to this person for a while.
I don't let it go.
So
Some people read the room, some people don't.
I think it was on. It might have been on the 14th hole or the 13th hole, because I do remember there was a huge row of trees. So he'd hit a pretty good drive, and then his approach shot chunked it and took an enormous divot, but all behind the ball. And the ball only moved maybe a metre forward. And then he got his club and follow through, and then he just kind of spun around and let it go, and it went straight into a tree, and the shaft snapped in half.
Okay.
And then it was finished the round, and we go up to the pro shop. And back in the day, they used to have a rack where you'd leave, like if you found someone's wedge or something, you'd just leave it in this rack.
Yep.
So he just left it there. We come back the next day, and the pro had fixed it for him and was like, "Oh, someone handed this in for you." So I fixed it. We never talked about it again.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't broken a club.
Yeah.
No, haven't done that.
You got one? Jimbo?
Not really. I'm pretty even tempered.
Jimbo's
Golf.
king of the drop, just like
The putter throw.
the putter throw.
It's not even throw. It's
Throw
more
is
of
a strong word.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a putter flop.
on
It's a
the-
push.
Yeah,
It's a flop.
Yeah.
You just kind of let it.
Yeah.
flop flop.
Yeah.
He did one in the 3 club challenge.
Oh, he loves it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then hands on the hips as the putter's on the ground, like looking at it. And it's like, mate, like,
Yeah.
you're not a good putter. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I think my frustration is more that I'm like, why don't I just take more time to read that properly
yeah.
Yeah.
rather than just putt it like a hero?
Yeah.
The old hero.
But imagine if it went in.
Then I'd be a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I sunk a ludicrous putt. So Dan and I played, when was it? Friday?
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. They've all
So,
rolled into
yeah.
each other.
But so it would have been, I don't know, 25 feet. So it was sort of on the left edge of the green on the 3rd hole, and the pin was in the middle. And I just kind of stepped up and hit it, and I was like, oh, this is looking pretty good. Sunk it. It was ridiculous. So, and then after 3 holes, I had 3 putts.
Oh wow.
Which is funny because after 3 holes, I think I had 9.
That's an average of 3 putts a hole.
Yeah, it was going well.
Yeah. I feel there's 2 awesome feelings in golf. One is when you just absolutely smoke one off the tee, straight down the middle. Your playing partners are in awe of how far you've just hit it, and you just storm down the middle knowing that you don't have to look for your ball in the trees.
Yeah, that's a strut.
Yeah.
That's a hey,
Yeah.
I don't have to look under these leaves.
And then this doesn't happen to me very often, but then when you sink a long putt, you look awesome.
Yeah.
And you feel awesome.
Like, no biggie. I
Yeah.
do that
I do that
all the time.
once every 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But certainly the smoking it off the tee and just storming down the middle.
Hasn't happened.
Yeah, no, I probably cracked it on the 5th on Sunday. I had a good 4th and got par. And then on the 5th, hit it onto the middle of the 4th. Tried to do a recovery shot and chip it back onto the 5th fairway. Shanked it, went into the trees, got behind the tree, tried to do a recovery shot, hit it into a tree.
That's infuriating.
Did it again and hit it into another tree, and then had basically lost the ball. So
All that work for a wipe.
yeah, I think I did. I took a wipe, and so I just. But I think that my anger was at hitting the tree for the second time, and I did let out a large F-bomb.
How did the group you were playing with handle that?
Well, it was Jimbo and Kels.
Yeah,
so,
okay. So fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say fine. Like, Kels had a chat after that hole. Was just like, if you're not enjoying yourself, maybe don't play. I said, yeah, no, and it was a good point. Like, I was very filthy after that. It is, like, I have a lot of, I was gonna say bogey holes, but that's like not like that is. I
Yeah.
hate that hole.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always putting it into the trees, and I'll try
Which one, sorry?
5th.
the 5th, up the hill.
It's just
green up
before the
hill.
6th and just after the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll like try when my driving wasn't that great. So I would use a hybrid, still would hit it into the trees.
Yeah.
And then got my driver back. So yeah, anyway, it was, I hate that hole. That and the 7th are
Yeah, and then,
my
I mean,
most
Kel's had a
hated
chat
holes.
and then you birdied the 7th. So
I've clocked the 7th.
You know how to play it?
Yeah, I figured it out finally.
I can't wait
'Cause
for you to hit in the water next time.
I went through a stage of trickling them all into the water, but now I'm sorted.
Yeah.
I just hit a
Actually-
big filthy hook.
Yeah.
Aim for the
Actually-
pond and hit it.
Yeah.
I did one, but I think you've seen it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did call it before you did it.
Yeah.
And you aim at the water and then just know that you're going to hook it back. And yeah,
Intentional
Perfect
hook,
layout.
and it rolls forever because it's downhill.
It's going to be really funny when it doesn't hook.
No, I can
I'll
hook-
enjoy that.
Don't worry about it. I can hook it when I need to. Don't worry about that.
But it's
Flopping hooker.
It's a good point that Kelsey makes. Like, it's a significant commitment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
And that was like that's
Yeah.
what she said. It's over 4 hours and we're stuck behind a group.
yeah.
But yeah, she said the same thing. Like it's a commitment time wise. So
Yeah.
if we're not going to enjoy it when this is our time together, then
Yeah.
we probably shouldn't play.
But it is
She'd be a
the
good caddy.
Yeah.
Kelsey. She'd be good.
Oh, I've already asked her to be my caddy for
Yeah.
the Masters. She said $700.
Oh,
Yeah, expensive, but potentially.
Imagine
worth
if you
bragging
won it, though.
rights. I know.
700.
Imagine if we won a prize that we don't
we-
know what it is for an
the-
event which we don't know
the
when we're going
op
to have
shop
it.
jacket. I'm
it'd be
telling
worth
you.
it. Just so you know how, like on the TV, when they hit a good drive, they just start walking with their driver in hand. It'd be worth.
That's
it just,
what you want.
It'd be worth it just.
That's
for that.
what you
yeah.
want. Yeah.
Well,
Just
leave-
that shot.
Well, you've only got one tee. You leave it there because it's
Yeah.
not cool
Don't
enough to
need
pick
it.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
that'd
need
be
it.
sick.
Or when you sink a putt, you just throw the ball at
Yeah,
him. Like,
exactly
take that.
right.
And you walk to the next hole.
toss the putter and keep walking.
So yeah, we need to work out a date for when this competition is.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. It'll happen. I'm confident it'll happen. But I think we need to identify a couple of times when the courses are relatively quiet.
Don't think it's on a weekend.
Yeah, it's
quite
probably
late.
in the middle of the day.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Gotta dip into that golf leave.
Roger.
Mm. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, we don't have an update on the Blame It on the Bogey golf day yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I did speak to Carmel about it. They wasn't a great time for a catch up with
Oh.
with Andrew from Ioane just due to the MyScore rollout,
Yeah,
which
okay.
was last week. So
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
I think that was a stressful time.
And I imagine
People
they
involved.
would have got a bit of backlash from
Yeah, I think
some
there would have been
people.
some people who wouldn't know how to use the app. There's some
Yeah.
people who didn't know how to download the app. But
There would definitely be people without a smartphone too.
yeah, I think so. I think there would be.
Yeah.
But you know,
But there's an option to print cards anyway, right?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
still print the cards.
So who cares?
So yeah, so no, I think
It
that's it.
points
So
me.
hopefully the next week or so we'll be able to
Yep.
get a time and then
Yep.
Nothing from Rick Shields.
Would it surprise you to know that he has not responded?
well, I'm shocked because I think my hashtag was good. But
I think what I need to do is cut out that segment and put it up on the page and then just hammer
Tag.
him. Ball's in your court, Rick.
yep, ball is in your court
Yeah.
or on your green, if you will.
Yeah. In your cup.
Love it.
Yeah. No, he hasn't responded. It is a little bit disappointing because Rick, I feel like he is a man of the people, but I don't think he reads his emails.
I don't think he does.
No. I think he
I actually listened to a podcast. I definitely do not think that he reads these emails.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he's
he's got a
offside of
guy.
us.
He's
Yeah.
got a guy that does that for him.
Come on, Rick Shields guy.
Yeah, so maybe I
Read
need
the
to-
damn email.
maybe
Guy is his name.
His name is Guy. Yeah.
Come on, Rick
Guy Shields.
Guy Shields. Yeah. So I need to maybe I need to find Guy.
Shout out,
Oh, bro.
Shout out, Guy. Do we have a handicap update?
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
Everybody?
So I've dropped a little bit. So I'm down to 18.7 now. So I've dropped 1.1, I think. Where did I start? I started 19.8. So I've dropped 1.1 since our competition began.
What did I start at?
Use
23.9.
23.9.
Down to 22.2. I've dropped.
What did I start? 27.
1.7.
1.7.
27.1 for
Taste
me.
it.
Jacko, 26.9.
I'm 26.8
Oh.
after going up. So I'm
Back down, 0.1.
trending.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So I'm
Trending.
back down to being only up 1.0.
So you are.
So yours went up. No, down. Yours came back down.
So hang
This is
on.
very confusing. Can we just say we lost?
So you, what's
strokes?
your handicap on right now?
29.6. So
29.6. So he's started at
up
28.6.
one, but I've come down.
So you've
Still
come.
be up one.
Yeah. So you're up one,
Why? Would you
but you've come down. I feel like it's misleading.
All I'm hearing is that I'm winning this too. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, I predict next time we talk, I'll have a low score.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Game on
there's
moles.
potentially
Ample opportunities.
there's at least 4, if not 6, opportunities to play competitions between now and our next podcast.
Probably more for me because I'm going away, remember?
True.
Where are you going? Not relevant.
Yeah, it is
Not
irrelevant.
really relevant.
Not really golf relevant. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. We have a YouTube channel now, guys.
Heyo.
Yeah. So subscribe to that. Subscribe to the podcast. I don't know where you get them from.
Give us
Apple,
a thumbs up.
Spotify, whatever. Give us a 5-star rating or a 1-star rating. I don't care.
A rating.
A rating would be nice. So thank you to you guys.
Thanks, Lily.
It's been
Thanks,
a pleasure.
Daniel.
And we will see you.
Well, apparently we're under attack outside. Like,
we will
what is
see.
going
Yeah,
on?
we will see you in 1 week with our flop shot challenge, and then the following
DJ
week,
Floppy.
DJ Floppy, and then the following week we'll be back with another update.
Sounds good.
Roger.
Blame it on the bogey.